Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News. Boy, am I having one of those mornings where every bug that a computer can have has been showing up as I've been trying to record this video. But finally, hopefully we're going to get through it this time because today's news story is a little bit of good news about a probably unnecessary sequel. The Black Phone 2 is coming out soon. It recently got its premiere. Stephen King has seen it, and we're going to talk about what he thought about the film in just a moment. Before we get there, just a quick reminder for you to be kind. Yeah, if you choose to join us in the comment section, as one or two of you often do, all that we ask is that you do be kind. You know, it is a mean, nasty world out there, but there's no reason why we can't get along here. We don't have to agree, but we do have to treat each other respectfully. All right then, Stephen King's Black Phone 2 verdict would excite horror fans. And I think this is good news. You know, why care about what Stephen King has to say? I have some thoughts on that. But first of all, Stephen King recently spoke about Black Phone 2 following its debut at a major film festival. The acclaimed author shared his reaction on social media, with his remarks arriving shortly before the movie's planned theatrical release in October 2025. Stephen King has publicly shared his reaction to Black Phone 2. On September 22nd, 2025, he wrote on his official X, formerly Twitter account, how many years do we have to read that? It's not as good as the first one. It's better. The post includes the film's promotional art featuring a snow-covered demonic mask, Ethan Hawke's name, the title in black and red letters, and the tagline, "Dead is just a word." The release date has been listed as October 17th, 2025, with Scott Derrickson credited as a director. And there it is. It's not good as the first one. It's better. Black Phone 2 debut at Fantastic Fest ahead of its worldwide release. Festival generated early buzz after Stephen King endorsed the film, drawing its attention because of his reputation in the horror genre. Yeah, and I think that's the important bit. His reputation in the horror genre. As far as mainstream horror authors go, is there anyone bigger? He's certainly one of the biggest authors, period, in the history of the world. And he didn't write this film. It's not based on one of his works. His son was a writer on the first film, which I think is interesting. But of course, I don't think he's involved in the second one, which means I don't think Stephen King is beholden to say anything that he doesn't truly believe this time around. And I think that it bodes well that he did decide to come out and say something about this. He certainly has enough clout where he can trash the film if he likes. So the fact that he took his time out of his day to do this, I think it bodes well. And I'm hopeful as well. I thought the first one was a solid film. I think for a lot of people it came as a bit of a surprise how good it was. I think Ethan Hawke is pretty much dependably awesome anywhere he goes. It was actually earlier this morning I just sat down and watched Predestination, film he was in about time travel. Fucking awesome film if you've not seen that. But as for this one, I think it's interesting. Usually the trouble with these types of films going to sequel is like you jump to the supernatural. And it's sort of strange credulity. But I like here that there was already a supernatural element to the film the first time around. So it's cool that now having your main villain actually dead, and so I would assume, affecting the story from the afterlife. I think that is an interesting way to go about it. If Freddy Krueger and other characters like that, Jason Voorhees, we sort of knew that they were alive, but we usually didn't see them at their worst on film. Whereas we saw this guy's crimes, and now we get to see him and see sort of how he functions from beyond the grave, which I think is a semi-interesting angle. Maybe not wholly unique, but pretty cool just the same. But there you have it. Stephen King looks like he likes Black Phone 2. What do you think? Are you hopeful for this film? Let us know in the comment section. Until next time, keep it creepy.